Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Helen. If you are no subscriber, thank you for returning to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing before you go. Turn on your bell notification, that way you would get notified as soon as I upload a new video. If you're watching my video, you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscription button. It is free. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get a picky toddler to eat food, how to get a toddler to eat. So if you have a picky eater, if you have a baby / a toddler who is actually not eating food the way you would like them to eat, or who is not eating at all, these were the things that I did in order to get my baby to start eating. If you have seen my toddler before on this channel a few times, you would see that my baby is a foodie. He loves his food. He wasn't born a foodie. I made him a foodie, okay? So I'm going to be sharing with you guys a few things that I did in order to get him to start eating. And the first thing that I have on this list is start early. If you can start at 4 months, fab. If you can start at 6 months, very good. And if you can't start at 6 months, you can also start at 7. I start at a week past 7 months, okay? And he's still a foodie. So the earlier you start, the better for them. The next thing that I have on this list is patience. You guys, you need to be very patient with these children. If you have actually gone through the process of birthing a child, then your actual patience level would have grown. So but with giving them food, you need to be very patient. You need to be extra patient, because not everybody have this sort of patience that you need in order to feed a baby. Some people give 1 spoon and then they say, oh, the baby is not eating, and then they stop. You need to be very patient with them, okay? The next thing after that is be consistent. Whatever style of feeding, whatever kind of food you have decided to give to your child, be consistent about it. Keep doing it. It doesn't matter whether or not they're eating it. You need to keep doing it, because that's what I did, and it really did help me. Okay, the next thing after that is keep trying, stop, and reintroduce. What I mean by this is, if you're giving food, keep trying the food that you're giving. It to get to a particular point that you've seen that, oh, the kid's palate has gotten used to that particular food. You stop at a particular time, and then you reintroduce that same food. You stop, you give another kind of food, and then you reintroduce the previous food. That way they don't get to forget that they were eating that food before. And that way you encourage them to start eating food, so that they are not just eating same kind of food every day. Okay, the next thing after that is introduce same kind of food for the whole house. This one is so key. This was something that helped me a lot. I knew I didn't have the strength to have 2 pots in my house. I knew I wouldn't be able to cook for myself and my husband and then go ahead to cook for my baby. So I knew I was generally just going to give everybody the same food in this house. Boy, girl, man, kid, everybody's going to eat the same food. As long as you do not have any sort of allergy, then you're going to eat the same kind of food. So it helps, saves time, and then it also helps that kid to generally know that nobody's going to eat a different kind of food in this house. So if you give pizza in the house, let everyone eat pizza. If you give vegetables, if you whatever, generally, if your house is a pepper food house like my house, I eat pepper, my husband eat pepper, so I didn't have the option but to give my baby pepper, because if I don't give him pepper, then I'm going to be preparing 2 kinds of meal in the house, and I wasn't cut out for that thing. I didn't want to do it because I didn't have so much of such time to begin to cook for 2 pots. So I just made sure that from beginning, when I started giving my baby food, when he moved on from giving vegetable, like plain vegetables, I just started giving him like the stuffs, putting the stuff that we eat in his mouth to encourage him, to let him know that this is what we eat in this house, and he's got to get used to what we eat in this house. So that way it saves you time, and then nobody's going to get hungry. Take for example, what I mean is, if you actually introduce different pots, if you don't have time to cook it, so in the end, somebody's going to suffer. It is either the other members of the house are going to suffer, or the toddler or baby of the house is going to suffer. Because if you don't have time to make 2 pots and you are happy to just make 1 pot, then one person among the people in the house is just going to suffer. In order to cut that part out, then just introduce the same food for everyone in the house. That way your child grows onto a pattern that he knows is the same food for everyone in the house. And then the next thing after that is pretend to eat. You guys, I pretend to eat a lot of times. Sometimes when I want to give my baby broccoli, I eat broccoli. Broccoli is not strange to me, but sometimes what I have, the broccoli is just for him at the time. So I want to give him broccoli and he's not happy to eat. So I just start, I pretend to, you can pretend to eat, or you can even eat it actually if there's enough to do you and that baby, if you understand what I mean. So let's say you're giving carrot and the child is not happy to eat carrot. You can actually take your own ketchup, dip your carrot in it, put it in your mouth and chew it one for him to see. And because he's seeing the way you're eating it, he's encouraged, and he also wants to do what you're doing. I give you an example. Sometimes I fried yam and then I gave my baby yam to eat. He was not happy to, I mean, he was happy to eat yam, but he was not happy to use the ketchup I was using to eat my yam. So when he saw me dipping the yam in my ketchup and putting it in my mouth, he also started picking his yam and dipping it inside of the ketchup. But even though he brings it to his mouth and then he does like this and he flings it, that's cool, that's okay. It's okay for them to try it and not want it, and then if you keep doing it, they get encouraged and then they also want to eat what you are eating. Pretend to eat helps a whole lot. If they don't want to eat and you start pretending that you are eating it, they also want to eat. The next thing after that is change food choices. If you keep giving somebody akamu every day, think about it. As an adult, can you drink akamu every day? If you keep giving akamu to a particular child all the day, and don't get me wrong, it's possible that I even grew up with giving me akamu. I don't know what my mama gave me, but for me, I feel like changing food choices would help these children to open up their palate, to let them know that there are varieties of food, there are different choices of food, and that way they get used to eating like a very wide range of food, not being strict to one particular kind of food, like strictly they are just drinking akamu, or they are just eating swallow, or they are just sitting, they don't eat vegetables at all. If you're eating amala, feed them with amala and let's see what happens. If you're eating carrot, give them carrot and let's see what happens. That way you're encouraging them to know that there are different kinds of food and they can choose to eat different kinds of food. The next, and on that one, that same one, I said change forks, change their cutleries basically. So you can change the plate you gave food today. Tomorrow you can change to a blue plate. Tomorrow you can change to a green plate. You can change the forks. That way they are not just used to maybe you give them food only in this plate. I'm sorry about that. You give them food only in this plate and all they know is just this plate that food comes in. Sometimes even if they don't want to eat and you used to give them gray plates, another time you come up with giving them a blue plate. I'm like, oh, what's mama eating? Mama, I don't know what mama has got. So they are curious, they want to, and children are curiosity driven. They want to check, they want to see what is inside of that new plate that you have. Maybe they don't want to eat, but because you have given them a new cutlery, you're giving them a new spoon or a new fork, they want to make use of that fork, and then that way they get to eat some food. I mean, it might not always work, but you can actually give this thing a try and see how well it goes. The next thing that I have, and the final thing after that, is make it fun. This might be unpopular, this might be an unpopular opinion again. I give my baby something to watch when he is eating. Yes, I know. I do it. I mean, think about it. For me as a human being, sometimes when I'm about to eat food, I go ahead and grab my phone. While I'm eating food, I'm scrolling through my phone. It might be bad habit, but in the moment, what I need these little people to eat food. And if they don't eat food, they are going to be malnourished. They are going to get sick. We are going to end up in the emergency section or in the children's hospital. And I don't want that. So if it takes me giving him his favorite cartoon to watch, if it takes me giving him his tablet to watch, then for him to eat food, then I'm just going to do it. What I need at the time for him is for him to eat food. So we're going to deal with the habit of watching cartoon or the habit of watching on the tablet some other time. But at this particular time, what I need to do is to get him to eat food, and that's why I try to give him his cartoon to watch when he's not settled. My baby is a very wiggly baby. He's so active, and if I want to follow how active he is, he's never going to have any food down in his stomach. And so sometimes I give him something to watch in order to distract him and then let him eat food. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Let me know if you think these points are valid. Let me know if you have taken a thing or two from this video. And please, if you do like this video, smash the like button, turn on your bell notification, share my video on your community tab. Go ahead and share it on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp. You might be helping mamas out there who have got picky eaters or who have got toddlers who are not eating food. Okay, until my very next video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. Until my very next video, I'll see you guys again, and I love you. Bye.